Imagine a beginning unlike any other. Before stars, before galaxies, before light, there was only an infinite expanse. A realm of pure, unadulterated chaos. No rules, no structure, no time, just boundless energy in a turbulent dance. This was the Nemonian pre-universe. From this unimaginable, seething chaos, a transition began. The universe in its earliest infancy started to seek a different state, not of disorder, but of nascent order. Like a cosmic breath held, then released, this was the dawn of potential, the first stirring towards what would become everything, from a state of absolute unpredictability to the faint whispers of physical laws. This journey is central to the Nemonian model. It describes how complexity arises not from nothing, but from everything mixed. The move from utter chaos to subtle coherence is the universe's first great act. Before the stars ignited their fiery furnaces, the universe was filled with something else, a substance known as calm, dark matter. This wasn't the dark matter we hunt today. This was something more fundamental, more serene. It was the universe's initial scaffolding, a silent, pervasive, and tranquil medium. This calm, dark matter possessed unique properties. It was incredibly dense, yet perfectly smooth. It didn't interact with light, hence its darkness. But it wasn't inert. It held potential. Think of it as a supercooled fluid, undisturbed, existing in a state of pure calm, awaiting the first ripple, the first disturbance. This was the true primordial soup. The significance of this calm dark matter is immense. It was the bedrock of all future structure. Its uniformity was a paradox, a perfect sameness that harbored infinite possibility. The perfect calm could not last forever. Even in the most tranquil sea, a wave can form. In the Nemonian universe, a disturbance occurred. Not an explosion, but a subtle, pervasive ripple. This was the catalyst for change. The moment the universe began to awaken. This initial disturbance was not random. It carried the seeds of complex patterns. These patterns took the form of fractals, infinitely repeating structures nested within each other. Imagine a coastline, its jagged edge looking similar whether viewed from space or up close. These fractal geometries began to emerge, spreading through the calm, dark matter. They were the first hint of organization. The universe began to write its rules. The initial disturbance propagated as fractal waves. These waves were not like sound or light yet. They were disturbances in the fabric of dark matter. Like tremors in a perfectly still gel, the fractal nature meant these disturbances were complex. They created regions of varying density. Section 4. Quantum choreography: light from sound. As fractal disturbances rippled through the calm dark matter, new phenomena began to emerge. Quantum waves started to interact. These were not yet particles as we know them. They were oscillations in the energy field, vibrations at the most fundamental level. The universe was humming with nascent energy, a symphony of quantum potential. These quantum waves, guided by fractal patterns, began to converge and interfere. In specific regions, their energy amplified, creating intense pockets of focused vibration. This led to a remarkable event: sonoluminescence, light born from sound, or in this case, vibration, tiny fleeting bursts of illumination, the first light in the Nemonian universe. These sonoluminescence bursts were more than just light. They were points of intense energy concentration, microscopic crucibles forging new states of being. The energy of the quantum waves was momentarily converted into something more tangible. These flashes were like cosmic fireflies, signaling the birth of localized energy events. Section 5. Geometric Genesis. The universe takes shape. The universe's journey towards structure continued. From the structured chaos of fractal waves and the fleeting sparks of sonoluminescence, something more stable began to emerge. These were the fundamental geometries, the Platonic solids: tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, icosahedron, and dodecahedron, perfect shapes appearing spontaneously. These geometrical shapes were not accidental. They arose from the interference patterns of the quantum waves and fractal structures. Think of how sound waves can create patterns in sand. On a cosmic scale, a similar process unfolded. The universe found stability in symmetry. These shapes were the most efficient ways for energy to organize itself. These geometries acted as blueprints. They were the fundamental building blocks for the larger structures yet to come. Each shape possessed unique properties and could hold or transmit energy in specific ways. They formed a sort of energetic scaffolding, a framework upon which matter itself would later condense. The universe was developing its architectural style. The emergence of Platonic geometry was pivotal. Section 6. The holographic heart, information's imprint. As geometric structures formed and stabilized, a new layer of complexity emerged. The Nemonian model calls this the holographic kernel. Imagine all the information of a three-dimensional object encoded on a two-dimensional surface. The universe began to operate similarly. Information about these nascent structures was encoded in a fundamental way. This holographic kernel wasn't a physical place, but a principle of information organization. Every emerging geometric form, every energy fluctuation left an imprint on this underlying informational field. The universe began to remember its own state. This was the birth of cosmic memory, a way to store the blueprints of creation. The developing complexity needed a record. Quantum encoding was the mechanism. The states of the quantum waves and geometric forms were translated into bits of quantum information, qubits, but in a primordial sense. This encoding was incredibly efficient, capturing the essence of the emerging order. The universe was becoming a vast quantum computer, processing its own evolution. Section 7, Genesis of Hydrogen, engineering a new reality. The stage was now meticulously set: calm, dark matter, fractal disturbances, quantum waves, sonoluminescence, Platonic geometries, and the holographic kernel encoding it all. Next came the emergence of wave functions. These describe the probability of something existing, specific, stable patterns of energy, ready to coalesce, to become more. These wave functions began to condense at points of high stability, defined by geometry. The universe was performing quantum alchemy, turning pure energy into the first true matter. The simplest, most fundamental particle was born, a proton followed by an electron. They found each other in the cosmic dance. The hydrogen atom appeared. The birth of the hydrogen atom was a triumph, the universe's first stable element. It achieved this stability through harmonic symmetry. The electron's orbit, the proton's charge, all resonating with the underlying geometric framework. It was a perfect marriage of energy and information. Today, at Quantum Technological Innovations, we draw inspiration from this Nemonian model.